Okay, everyone. We are just about set to go. And now you are watching Political Point Magazine. Where the right is right and the left, well, the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Well, Obama has failed the American people, and his escape is to go out and campaign. We will talk about that. And the healthcare fix, or the supposed healthcare fix, deadline is November 30th. And we all know how the administration is with deadlines. They've missed a whole lot of them. And talks with Iran are so-called in the works. We will talk about that. And also, the Democrats change rules in the Senate. It's not the filibuster and the nuclear option. We will talk about that. And now, my friends, we will also talk about all this and more with you, the viewers, tonight. So, we welcome you to another episode of Political Point Magazine. I am your humble host, William Mitro. Yes. As things are livening up here, all right, my friends, welcome tonight to another episode of Political Point Magazine. Now, things are not looking so good for the administration, for Obama. It appears that we all know that he's tried to change the healthcare law in amidst all its disaster and all of its non-workings. All right, now, but in the midst of all of this, all right, we come to a part of things where Obama's approval rating, according to the national Real Clear Politics average, is 55%. Or no, disapproval. His disapproval rating is 55%, and his approval rating is 40%. All right, according to the Real Clear Politics average. Here, let me show you and get into these numbers here. All right, but according to the Wall Street Journal, NBC News poll, he's down in the 30s, too. But Obama has failed the American people, okay, as you can see from this chart right here. The president's job approval has slipped tremendously, all right? So, and the Real Clear average, what they do is they take all the polls, and they average them out. And that there is the job approval of President Obama has gone down to its lowest level. He screwed up majorly, and I want people to understand that everything that this president has done has been a complete and utter disaster. All right, everything from the stimulus package to the to Obamacare. Uh, you know, the deficit is still up there. We haven't controlled our spending, and and as such as it is, and the economy is in the tank. Okay, unemployment. The unemployment rate is still high. You know, we haven't solved all of these problems. You know, and it's like the president now, he goes out to escape from all of this. He goes out and he campaigns. All right. Yeah. This is a guy that
troubles with healthcare.
yeah.
So even as we're getting this darn website up to speed, that's getting better.
Tomorrow.
Really? It's not getting better, Mr. President. Okay? That was him in California. All right? Now, he's taking time now to go out and campaign, you know, when he should be focusing on more important things like getting the country back on track. All right? This is just this is the most hypocritical president I have ever seen. All right. Now, especially now, since we know now that everything is a disaster under this president. It's not getting any better. The president now he's not the commander in chief. He becomes the campaigner in chief. All right. And we all know that this is just you know, I wonder if he meant what he said when he said, I, Barack Hussein Obama, will willfully and you know, execute the office of the presidency, you know, when he stood up there, you know. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, Obama, they now have set the deadline for this to fix the website and everything, all right, to November 30th, which I don't think is gonna happen. All right, it's not gonna happen, my friends. Okay, we all know that the president has missed lots of deadlines, especially on the budget and everything else. All right, this is a president. This is an administration that thrives on broken promises. All right. Remember, he said he promised he would cut the deficit in half in his first term in office, his first 4 years. The deficit quadrupled. It quintupled, actually. All right. And, you know, we went from, 10 trillion to, we went over we went from over 9 trillion under Bush to 17 trillion under Obama. And, you know, a lot of broken promises here. All right. And he said he would eliminate earmarks, you know, but yet he allowed the Democrats to put all that pork in the bills. And, you know, so, and it's been a disaster. He said he would create jobs, but he ended up losing jobs. Under Bush created over 9 million new jobs, all right, during his presidency. But and in Obama's first term in office, he lost 9 million new jobs. He lost 9 million jobs. So that's a broken promise right there. You know, so it's a disaster, an utter and broken disaster. I mean, this is not the theme that we really wanted for this, all right? And so as it goes on, as it coincides here, all right, let me take you to this picture right here, okay? Now, this is a picture, my friends, okay, of the president, all right? Okay, this is a picture, my friends, of the president, okay, burning the Constitution, right? Yeah, that's right, okay? President Obama has defied the Constitution several times, all right? And this is not, and now we see that this president has not fulfilled his promises, not fulfill his presidency, his legacy is going to be torn down by Obamacare. All right, Obamacare, which is a disaster in itself here. We know things are not shaping up, and now as we see things crumbling down for this administration here. I seriously doubt that we're going to get a deadline in short of the Christmas holiday here. All right. Now, I don't think things are going to be fulfilled here with this president. All right. Obama literally has failed the American people. This is just an utter and complete disaster. All right. So, healthcare goes. He goes out and campaigns a lot over, and it just doesn't seem that he's really paying attention now. So now we move on to talks with Iran. Okay, yeah, that's right. You are you getting this now? Okay, so we now have talks with Iran that have warmed up over their nuclear program, right? And this have you heard about this? Okay, apparently France is involved with negotiations and stuff, and it appears that even the most diplomatic of people on this front are not really confident that we are going to get a deal with Iran. Okay, now Iran, as you know, has been defying America and supplying the terrorists that we're against, and still putting their nuclear program into play. And this is, when Obama was campaigning, for talks with Iran, back in 2008 when he ran for president, he said he will immediately start talks with Iran, but now I see it. He didn't start really talking to Iran until the new president got elected to Iran. Okay, so and that's in his second term. Okay, that's in his second term involved. So there's another broken promise. Okay, he has implied instead when Ahmadinejad was president of Iran, okay, he applied sanctions to Iran, right? Okay, the sanctions haven't worked. All right, we ongoing talks and talks and talks. They just talking doesn't work. We proved that in the Carter administration when Carter was president. Remember the Iranian hostage situation? This is day 91 of the Iranian hostage situation. Yeah, that was over 100 days. 100 days of torture, right? Now, you can't just talk to Iran, okay? Obviously, Iran still has their nuclear ambitions, okay? And it's not going to work. Sanctions haven't worked, okay? I'm not saying go to war with Iran, but I'm saying, nothing that we clearly demonstrated to Iran has worked, all right? And Iran's not going to listen. I don't think I have faith in this new regime in Iran, all right? Because they still have their nuclear ambitions, and it's not working out. Okay, now let me get back to Obamacare on this, because it appears that before they even launched the website, Okay, before they even launched the website, one of the founders of one of the creators of the website, even said that that they thought that they even said that there was a meltdown. Okay, in fact, they left a memo prior to this, and here's what it said. Okay, this is from Henry Chow, the deputy administrator of the healthcare.gov. Okay, and this is what he said here. Okay. Now, if you all can read that, in fact, I'll read it. Okay. Now it says, "I do not want to a repeat of what happened here, what happened near the end of December 2005, where Medicare.gov had a meltdown. This is to get your attention if I didn't have it already." All right. Yep. And he warns. Okay.
In commerce.
Yeah, and he warns that that the website healthcare.gov would crash before the launch. Yeah, before it launched. Okay. So apparently he warned, but I guess they didn't listen to him. Okay. But anyhow, now, all right. So this, my friends, is just an utter and complete disaster. All right. It's not coming in clear to the administration. Okay. Yet the administration wants to believe that they're really gonna fix this. All right. Okay. Mind you, now the total number of people that have lost their health care on this, okay, that have lost their health care, all right, the total number of people is up to like almost 5 million. Okay. Actually like 6 or 7 million. All right, but now, okay. Now, but the mainstream media now, okay, is trying now. The mainstream media now is lying about is now trying to. The mainstream media now is trying to lie to cover Obama. All right. Now I want you to take a look at some of what the mainstream media is. They're trying to take the focus off the Obamacare, okay, and they're attacking the Republicans now. Okay. Now take a look at this.
Republican agenda except to destroy Obama.
Senate Republicans are putting forward their own national version of the abortion ban. They're also holding the line in the face of immense pressure against immigration reform. They're also standing up against gay rights.
No, that's not true at all. Okay, see, they're attacking Republicans, but yet now Obama met with a lot of the liberal news reporters from MSNBC and other networks, and he's trying to make a coordinated effort, okay, with the media now, the liberal media, to shoot things his way. All right. So now this is kind of shaping up, and the damage control moves are just so ridiculous. Okay, are so ridiculous. This is just not even funny. I mean, Obama's playing the blame game again. Okay, he's trying to attack the Republicans on everything. He's trying to zero in on on everything else but himself. Okay, it's ultimately his fault though that Obamacare is a disaster. Okay, he can't get this thing done. He has failed the American people. Okay, and now he has ruined the system. He has ruined the system. Now that the website has crashed and everything else, okay, he has ruined the system. Okay, we are now dysfunctional in the system. There, it's dysfunctional. All right, now, but let me get to now. Let me get to what some other things here. All right. So now, as we clearly demonstrate here, all right. Okay, I'm going to get to a new segment that I have installed here. All right. Okay, a new segment. All right. Okay, this is a brand new segment. All right, a brand spanking new segment. All right, so my friends, I take you to, okay, my new segment of Political Point Magazine's Mark My Words segment. Okay, now. Okay, and in today's Mark My Words segment, okay, the Democrats now change the rules. All right, the Democrats now change the rules the Democrats now change the rules in the Senate. All right, okay, and now, okay, I take you to this clip right here. All right. The Democrats have changed the rules in the Senate, okay? And this is over the filibuster, all right? The filibuster, right? Okay? Now, the filibuster, which gave the minority party, okay, the filibuster, which gave the minority party its rights as far as the debate over legislation and judges and stuff like that, just basically everything. Okay, now the Democrats have changed the rules, okay, over this. Take a look at this. Okay, take a look at this.
Time for celebration. It's a time for being very serious. For too long, Washington has been in gridlock.
This is not a very proud day in the history of the Senate. In order to distract attention away from Obamacare, the Senate has just broken the rules in order to change the rules.
I support the step a majority of senators today took to change the way that Washington is doing business. Ultimately, if you got a majority of folks who believe in something, then it should be able to pass.
Okay, so there you have, okay, they changed the rules. They went from the filibuster now to the nuclear option. All right, yeah, that's right, the nuclear option. Okay, so we now go from filibuster to the nuclear option, okay, in which majority rules. All right, majority rules, filibuster or nuclear option. All right, and so now the minority party, which in the House it's the Democrats that are the minority party, in the Senate the Republicans are the minority party. So now this goes back, okay? This goes back a ways, okay? So this pushes us back. This is a horrible day. Okay? This is a horrible time now, okay? They go with the nuclear option, all right? And you just heard President Obama saying that he agreed with what the Democrats did, okay? But it's ultimately puzzling that the Democrats, the same Democrats, when a Republican was president and the Republicans were in the majority, okay, the same Democrats were against the nuclear option and for the filibuster. In fact, the Democrats used the filibuster over and over and over again, okay, to try to block legislation coming from the Bush administration. They tried to block Obama or Bush's judicial nominees, and everything else. They used the filibuster, but they failed in doing so. Okay, so now you have these same Democrats. Okay, President Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and Harry Reid. You know, President Obama and Joe Biden were senators at one time, and they were against the filibuster. Take a look at this, okay? And take a look at this. We all remember this, all right? Yep. Now take a look, okay?
The American people want less partisanship in this town, but everyone in this chamber knows that if the majority chooses to end the filibuster, if they choose to change the rules and put an end to democratic debate, then the fighting and the bitterness and the gridlock will only get worse.
I say to my friends on the Republican side, you may own the field right now, but you won't own it forever. And I pray God when the Democrats take back control, we don't make the kind of naked power grab you are doing.
So you see that now. So do these people actually listen to themselves when they're in office? My friends, this is just ridiculous. All right. The Mark My Words segment. All right. So mark my words. Okay. So we have President Obama, Joe Biden, and Senator Harry Reid. All right. Senator Harry Reid. All right. All the rest of the Democrats in the Senate. All right. Okay. And all the rest of the Democrats in the Senate changing the rules, right? Because they now the Democrats are controlling the Senate, and they control the White House, okay? But they don't control the House, all right? So this, my friends, is just as we see everything unfolding and crumbling down. So now President Obama is now focused on changing the rules. He's not only changing the rules of Obamacare, all right, but he's changing the rules of how Washington works in the Senate. Okay, so now the minority party is not going to have any rights. Okay, so in other words, if you vote on a bill, okay, it's majority. Okay, and the filibuster doesn't apply. You vote on judges and nominees and other nominees, then it's majority rule. Okay, so this is the same thing that the Democrats went against when they were the minority party. Okay, when the Republicans were in control of both houses of Congress and the presidency. All right, the Democrats were so in favor of the filibuster. Okay, but yet now they're going away from the filibuster and choosing the nuclear option. Okay? Now, this is quite unprecedented. Okay, now in this, okay, the Democrats are pointing out that, or at least trying to point out. Let me show you this chart. This is all of the stuff that the Democrats claim that the Republicans have blocked Obama's nominees and stuff like that. Okay, but on the flip side of this, the Republicans point out that that a lot of the nominees and things of Obama have been pushed through. You see this here? You see that there? All right. So this, my friends, is quite troubling. Okay, and I want to get into more discussions of this. All right. So, what do you think is happening here? Okay, what is the main deal with this? Okay, because the Democrats now, is it for political gain? Because I think it is. Okay, because Obama is now set up to appoint judges to the appellate courts and the Supreme Court. Okay, and yet he has very liberal nominees, and the Democrats rely on the judicial branch of government for all of their legislation here, for everything. Okay, in fact, they rely on it so much that they regard it as the law. Okay, the law. You can't disagree with the judges. So when the judges come up, and it's just and so now this is just totally unprecedented. It's not a good time. Okay, it's strictly for political gain. Okay, but I think that this is gonna bite the Democrats in the butt. Okay, because I seriously don't think they thought this through. Okay, I seriously don't think they thought this through, because at some point in time, maybe soon, like 2014 and 2016, okay, we're going to have a Republican-controlled House, a Republican-controlled Senate, and a Republican-controlled White House. All right? Okay? And this, now that the Democrats changed the rules here, okay, mark my words here, okay, mark my words, okay, this is going to be a real powerful tool for the Republicans. Yep. All right. So now, my friends, we get into, okay, the call-in segment. Okay, and mind you, we only have about like 25 minutes worth for the call-ins. Okay, so don't rant, don't rave. Okay, tell me what's on your political mind. Okay, how are things working out for all of you? All right, what's on your political mind? Let's talk about everything that's going on here. Okay, do you agree with what the Democrats did? Okay, in fact, the Democrats now, by changing the rules, okay, they now have, since they're in control, they now have ultimate power. Okay, which is why it's called the nuclear option. Okay, and once you use a nuclear weapon, okay, you create mass destruction. All right, and this is gonna bite the Democrats in the butt. All right, it's gonna hurt the Democrats in the end, and it's gonna be a victory for the Republicans, actually. All right, because sooner or later we're gonna see a shift in power. All right, we're gonna see a shift in power. We've already seen the downslope of this control of power. Okay, and what you saw when I played the clip of Joe Biden when he was senator, speaking against the nuclear option. Okay. When he said, "I pray to God that the Democrats don't create this naked power grab." Well, guess what they just did, Mr. Biden? Okay, the Democrats did take this naked power grab, as you say. All right, they just did. And it's going to hurt the Democrats in the future, okay, the very near future, all right, because 2014 is just around the corner, and the midterm elections are going to prove very worthy for the Republicans, all right, that's right. Now, I have always said that the Republicans have the better policies, all right, this is what I stressed, okay, earlier. So 272-3835, who's out there listening in, all right? But I stress, everybody needs to pay attention to the surroundings here, okay? Pay attention to what's going on here, all right? Because this is ultimately clear that the Democrats are in the midst of defeat, and this is why they're changing all the rules, okay? This is how the Democrats think. This is how they work, okay? I mean, I can't believe people don't see this, okay? I can't believe people around here don't see this, all right? This is how the Democrats work, okay? They don't like the way things are going, So they ultimately change the rules. Okay? Their way is change the rules so we get the benefit, but this little rule change is ultimately not going to work out for them, okay? Because in 2014, when the Republicans win, ultimately in the Senate, okay, they flip the Senate back to Republican control, and they expand their majorities in the House, okay, and then in 2016, when the president changes, okay, which I think will happen, all right, we will have a Republican president. The Republicans will ultimately overturn and repeal Obamacare. All right, okay, that's a given. All right, that's a given. So I don't think the Democrats really thought this through. Okay, they think they can change the rules in midstream. All right, when they're down. All right, so ultimately, what we see here, President Obama's approval rating is at its lowest level. Congress's approval rating is at its lowest level. You know, in fact, Harry Reid said, "Oh, there's been gridlock." Well, Harry Reid is the ultimate cause of the gridlock. It's not the filibuster that has been creating the gridlock. It's not the nuclear option. Okay, the nuclear option isn't the best option. All right, so and the filibuster now. The filibuster now is history because of what the Democrats have done. All right. But this, my friends, is not. This is how the Democrats work. They think they can change the rules in midstream. Okay, they can change their laws to fit their needs. Okay, but it's not good for everybody else. Okay, so if and there's a vicious double standard here. Okay, there's a vicious double standard here. When Republicans do it, they're shunned. Okay, but when the Democrats do it, you know, oh, it's all right, it's fine and dandy. Oh, see the double standard here? All right, this is not working out, my friends. This is not the way government should work. All right. So now the minority party is not going to have any rights, all right, whatsoever. Okay. As far as discussion and debates, we'll have the judicial nominees coming up here, and this, my friends, is very, very unprecedented. Very, very unprecedented. All right. I mean, it's not a happy time. Okay. Thursday was not a happy day for this. The Democrats changed the rules on Thursday. All right, and it's just not in our best interest now. All right, it's out of our hands. Right, government is out of control. But the American people, on the positive side, the American people are wising up to this. Okay, are wising up. They are seeing now that everything is crumbling down on this administration. All right, they are seeing through what the Democrats are doing, and in fact, in most of the polls that I've seen, right, it's more beneficial to the Republicans. All right. The Republicans are proving now, time and time again, that they do have the better policies. They are the ones that will get things done for us. All right. But it's ultimately up to us now. Okay, we need to set things right. This country, we need to get things back on track. Okay, and now, so 272-3835 is the number. All right, who's out there? Who has been paying attention? Okay, or is everybody out there on vacation? All right, I know it's Thanksgiving week, but ultimately, we do have segments that we need to cover here. All right, but my friends, with the Democrats changing the rules, this is not okay. And I really want you to pay attention to this because, okay, back when the Democrats were the minority, they were so against the nuclear option. Okay, every time the Republicans threatened that they were going to use the nuclear option, okay, and the Democrats chose to keep the filibuster back then when Republicans controlled the House and the Senate and the White House. All right, it's just they just don't get it. They just don't get it now. Okay, but mark the words. Okay. In the Mark My Words segment, okay, that is, okay, what we've got here, all right, but in the Mark My Words segment, okay, we had ultimately, we showed you the flip-flop. This is ultimately a flip-flop, okay, again, this is what the Democrats do, they flip-flop, they flip and they flop and they talk their talk and they claim that everything's going to be better, but ultimately it's worse. Okay? This is what the Democrats do. That D stands for deception. All right? They have deceived the American people. All right? It's just crazy. All right? President Obama has deceived us. All right? He's let us down. All right? And I warned against the Democrats getting elected. I mean, I foreseen all of this before. All right, I have warned constantly that if you want to make things for the better, you need to vote Republican. All right, the Republicans have the better policies. Okay, limited government intrusion. All right, less taxes. In fact, we need to lower taxes dramatically, make it a flat rate. All right, the fair tax. Abolish the IRS and give more economic freedom to the American people. All right, okay. Now, President Obama seems to think that we know he's a liberal socialist, okay? We know this because of his policies, okay? He believes in social justice and everything else, all right? It's all crumbling down on him. The liberal socialist policies do not work, okay? You can't raise taxes and you can't raise taxes because raising taxes is counterproductive. It hurts businesses. It kills jobs. Okay? This is the reason why we have this negative outtake. Okay? We don't have a fast, strong, growing economy. It's because of Obama's tax increases, which he thought would generate revenue. Okay? We had 19% more revenue coming into the federal government under Bush than we do now. Okay. All right. Under Bush's presidency. And this is another thing I want to mention. Okay? This is another thing that I want to mention, okay? The Democrats are so vexed on their ways and their policies. In fact, all right. Okay. They still think, okay, these liberal sociologues, I call them sociopaths, all right? They think that global warming exists, all right? But let me take you to something that you should see, all right? Now, before I go any further here, all right, there was a thing called ClimateGate, all right? This is why global warming doesn't exist, all right? ClimateGate, all right? Right there, okay? As it goes on your screen there, all right? Okay. Yep. But ClimateGate was when on November 17th, 2009, All right. A server at the Climatic Research Unit was breached. And this was at the University of East Anglia, okay? But a server at the Climatic Research Unit was breached. 160 megabytes of data were obtained, and that included 1,000 emails, 3,000 other documents, and these emails were circulated, and the contents revealed that global warming was a scientific conspiracy in which scientists manipulated climate data and attempted to suppress their critics with it. All right. Now, in these emails, I want to show you some of these emails here. All right. Okay, but in these emails here, all right, this is some from the Independent Panel on Global Climate Change. These were the emails from the scientists, okay? Take a look at this, all right? One email says, okay, observations do not show rising temperatures throughout the troposphere unless you accept one single study and approach and discount a wealth of others. This is just downright dangerous. We need to communicate the uncertainty and be honest, Phil. Hopefully we can find time to discuss these further if necessary. Okay. Then another response was in the email was, okay, I also think the science is being manipulated to put a political spin on it, which for all our sakes might not be too clever in the long run. All right. And, okay, then it says, okay, it seems that a few people have a very strong say, and no matter how much talking goes on beforehand, the big decisions are made at the 11th hour by a select core group. All right, now the next one, all right, on this, okay, we see that this, okay, and this one, okay, the next one, okay, it says, Mike, the figure you sent is very deceptive. There have been a number of dishonest presentations of model results by individual authors by IPCC. Ooh, yep. Then it says the trick may be to decide on the main message and use that to guide what's included and what is left out. So you see, they tried to manipulate all the data here, okay? Then it says, I agree with Sue Solomon that we should try to put more in the bullet about subsequent evidence. Need to convince readers that there really has been an increase in knowledge. More evidence. What more evidence? What is it? Yep. And then the next one, my friends, okay, comes to oops, no, that's not it. All right, sorry about that. But anyhow, my friends, okay, that was ClimateGate, where the scientists manipulated the climate data. All right, so global warming doesn't exist. In fact, recent studies have shown that the atmosphere and the temperature hasn't risen that much over the years. In fact, the warmest and hottest year on record was back in 1998. It was, yeah, when they first started doing all that. And global warming is a hoax, my friends, okay? The way they measure the temperature is they take it and they measure it near places that generate a lot of heat, like power plants and stuff like that. Okay? So this whole thing is it's a false science. Global warming is a false science. All right? Okay? And I truly want to stress that. Everything that the Democrats have done thus far has been an unprecedented disaster. All right? Unprecedented disaster. We have some time left. 272-3835 is the number. Please give me your thoughts and what is on your political mind. All right? So, my friends, 272-3835 is the number. On this Monday, November 25th, Thanksgiving's just around the corner, and I hope everybody will have lots of good eating. All right, so 272-3835 is the number. Please, what is on your political mind? How's everybody thinking out there? All right, come to the table and let's talk politics. Talk political soup. What is on your political mind? All right, so while I'm waiting for somebody to call, all right, I know you've been paying attention here. All right, this is very, very crucial. We need to what's the word I'm thinking of here? Okay, yeah, we need to look to the future, all right, and we need to get things back on track, all right. So this is why I have this program, okay, to inform people of what's going on and make a correction of things that have gone awry, all right, okay. And so we need to get on the right track, all right, with this, and steer clear of the wrong track, okay? Steer clear of the wrong side of history, all right? We need to stay on the right side of history, all right, here. 272-3835 is the number, all right? And I encourage everybody to focus, okay? What is on your political mind? What do you feel is the most important of issues of the day? All right, okay. Come, let's explain things. Let's talk about things. All right. 272-3835 is the number. All right. Who's out there paying attention? All right. 272-3835 is the number. Wow. All right. But anyhow, my friends, this is the tip of the iceberg here, all right? And so, as we come to a lot, okay, we have seen the terrible misguidance of this administration, all right? This is very, very crucial to our development here, all right? Okay. And I hope everybody sees, okay, that we are in dire straits here. We need to correct this, okay? Yep. But okay. Now I mentioned earlier that the number of people that have lost their insurance coverage due to Obamacare is now 5,091,000. Yeah, it's over 5 million now, okay? But 5,091,000. Yep, 5 million people, okay, have lost their health care. Okay, 5 million. Over 5 million, my friends. It's not right. Okay? And this and it's growing, okay? It's growing too. Okay? People there's not much I can. It's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. Okay, all right. And as Obama says that he's going to fix it, all right. But I don't think he's going to meet the deadline. Okay, if we get to this deadline, all right, we get to this deadline here, all right, and it's crumbling, okay, and the number of people that have actually registered with Obamacare is less than 30,000, okay, less than 30,000. It's actually less than 27,000, actually, all right, and and this is all just crumbling down on the administration. In fact, my friends, now, okay, hey, all right, I don't have that much time now. I bring you to the last words of the night, all right, and my last words of the night is, I am going to make a correction in my life, all right? I am going to set my life straight, and I make this promise to my beautiful fiance, all right? Lorana, I love you with all of my heart. I want to make this work, so let's turn a new page and make this work, all right? But however, my friends, okay, once again, let's try to get out of disasters, and we thank you for watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Okay? Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and we are out. And also, you can watch me on YouTube. All right? All right, that's our show for tonight. I love you, Lorana. Thank you for watching.